welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris with H2KAKWS, and today we are going to bring you the Groundhog Day challenge. A little bit late than the rest of the hop, but I still wanted to participate in it and give everybody a shout out. So the premise of this is this year we are scrap lifting a layout of ourselves. Next Groundhog Day, we're going to do it again, but we'll scrap lift the layout we did. And every year on Groundhog Day, we're going to scrap lift that page again and just see how it evolves and changes and what we do to it. So this one is one that I really liked and I thought would be great for the wedding album. So I am going to go ahead and put this to the side. And we're going to go ahead and make that layout using this background page. Now I did pull this one out of my paper pad, but then the rest of it I'm going to try and do, the only other full sheet I have is this one I might use. Otherwise, I really want to stick with the scraps that I currently have. Actually, this one's a full sheet too. So I'm trying to kind of stick with scraps again for this month since I wasn't able to participate as much as I had wanted to in Baby's Got Scrap. So we'll see what we can come up with. So off camera, I did fussy cut out all of these florals from one of the pieces that I had fussy cut out of earlier. I just finished cutting all of the florals out of it. So now I have all of these to use as embellishments. And in the original layout, just so I can point out a few things, what I have for this is two 4x4 photos that are matted. They are on a large doily, which I have another of my 10-inch doilies here. And then we just have the two clusters of florals, one at the top and one at the bottom. And I'm basically going to kind of do the same thing. I have some puffies on here. I have my title on here, a couple birds. So we're going to see what we can do and see if we can recreate that kind of a look. So the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and cut my photos down. Actually, I take it back. The first thing I'm going to do is cut off the branding strip, and let's go ahead and do our mixed media so it has a chance to dry. So I'll put this stuff all up here out of the way. I'll put this stuff up here out of the way. I'm going to keep my doily out just so I have it for reference. And let's go ahead and cut off the branding strip. This paper is from P13, and it was in their Maxi Creative Pad in wood. And I really like the wood grain look. I'm just going to put my trimmer up there for right now. Now I need to decide which way I want to go with, and I think I'm going to go horizontal. And what I am going to do is just tack the doily down in the center. I don't need a lot, and I want to be able to move the doily a little bit so I can get underneath it. But basically what I'm doing is just doing a halo effect underneath the part that has the little lacy part of the doily. And let me ungoop my ATG real quick. There we go. All right, so I'll put that to the side. Let me grab one of my paint brushes. And we are just going to do a a dry brush technique. And that doesn't look center, so let me move it over just a little. I'll make sure this is centered. There we go. That looks better. And what I'm going to use for my palette is just, I have like Adele with Inky Quill does. I just have what we call a use it up book. So I just put my, I'm just using Liquitex Acrylic Basics, and it's just a pale pink, because the album I'm trying to stick with kind of the pink and the blue tones. And if you haven't seen one of the layouts, if you're new to my channel, I did do the Build-A-Page series. I've been doing layouts for the wedding album, so you'll be able to see kind of the look and the feel of what this wedding album's gonna look like. And it's pretty much pulling out the pinks, more of the pale pinks, and that kind of aqua green blue and some navy blue. The color of their ties and their wedding is a very, I don't know if you can see it here, that aqua blue, and it's, you don't really see it a whole lot out in scrapbook supplies right now, so it's kind of a hard one to find supplies for, so that's why I'm kind of pulling in a lot more of the navy or different shades of blue, and then a little bit of pink. And the guys were all wearing gray vests, so I'm able to pull in a little bit of gray as well. All right, so I'm just using a dry brush to go around here. And like I said, I just want a little bit of it to kind of peek through and then fade off to the side. And the nice thing about acrylic paint, when you use it, it dries very quickly. It's already almost dry right now. And I did take out way too much paint, so I'm gonna see if I can get a little bit back in the bottle, and then we'll spread it out. And I don't know how much I'm gonna get back in here. But if we can get some of it back in the bottle, great. Yeah, you just want to watch me. This is worse than watching paint dry. All right, give it up, Chris. We're just gonna spread it out. And call it good enough. Adele with Inky Quill, she does her mixed media books, and I really haven't done one. This is kind of my first, but I like how she goes and she just takes the leftover paints and she just spreads them into the book, and then is able to make the junk journal, art journals down the road. So this is kind of my first attempt at one, even though I don't really art journal or junk journal. But I figure eventually this book will be filled with all those kind of pages that I've filled out with things that have extra paint and stuff. We'll see what happens. All right, I'm going to set this to the side, and we'll go ahead and work with our photos now. So I'm going to go ahead and cut them to 4x4. And they're just two photos, one of them walking into the sunset. So I think I can trim off a little bit of the paddock here and here. And same thing, he just did, you know, the dip. And I think I can take off a little bit and just center them in the page. And it won't take away from that picture, or that's, and the sunset is what's kind of important in that photo. Yep. And now it just kind of highlights them. You still have that same, you still have the same mood and feel on the photos. You just don't have some of the extra, you know, I'm not taking off a lot that's going to change the look and the feel of the photo. All right. So those are now down to 4x4. And now we need to mat them. So now we have to grab our scraps and decide what we want to mat them in. So keeping in mind that they're going to be on burlap, I'm thinking I want to go with the gray, only because you really don't see much of Kevin's tie to tell what the wedding colors are. So, and the only thing on him that's really showing color-wise is the gray vest. So I'm thinking on this one, I can get away with gray, and then having tucked in the florals. Yeah, let's go with that. And then I don't have to cut into other full pieces of paper. So hopefully you guys all had a chance to check it out. The Scrappy Inspiration Group did the Groundhog Day videos, and they are wonderful. And again, this year it's just us scrap lifting ourselves from any layout that we had in our stash that we liked. And then next year we'll scrap lift this one again, and a combination of the two. So I'm kind of excited to see how this goes down the road. And like I said, as long as the Scrappy Inspiration Group is still going and we're all doing Instagram and YouTube, we will continue scrap lifting these. All right. So now, get these scraps used, which is a wonderful thing. And hopefully you guys were able to make some layouts for Baby's Got Scraps. And like I said in my share video for my kill kit, which this is part of, I'm really trying to continue on because I wasn't able to do as much with it as I wanted. So that's pretty much already dry. So I can go ahead and lay these out. Now I want to try and avoid covering up too much. Now in this one, this is a picture of me in Kuwait, and so I have it where this one is tilted this way, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to reverse it because I don't want to cut off the sunset so much. So I want that to still show and still be able to do it. And I'm not sure if I can. If I do this way, I think I'm cutting off too much of the sunset on this one. And so if I put that one like that, I'm cutting off the sunset, and same thing here. But if I go this way, I don't think I'm cutting off as much, or I can even... Okay, kind of like that. If we move it up a little. I'm not covering up the sunset. I still got the little bit of the slant. I'm not cutting off either of them. Okay, we're gonna go with this. And actually it is the same direction. It's just that I have this one now underneath versus on top. So let's go ahead and tack this down. And I'm not going to put a ton, only because I still want to tuck the florals underneath. So I want to be able to do that underneath there without it hurting the photos. All right, so there's our base. So now let's go ahead and start kind of embellishing. And I'm gonna need to pull out, I think, some titles too. Let me see what I've got for titles. I still have everything I pulled out for the Build-A-Page on my desk. So let's see if we can just find a title that will work. You know, something that says love or together or something like that. I do have this love and I have a celebrate. I was kind of hoping more scripty, but those would work. I like the sweet, but I don't know if I want black. Adventure. If you hear my cat crying, he's mad because I didn't let him in the room. And he's very ticked off at me right now. All right, let's see. Together, dreams. I might find, I kind of like the sweet. Oh, I love the lovely. Or we've got the beautiful, and it was a beautiful sunset. Let's go with beautiful. And see what we can get on here. So we'll grab the beautiful. This is from Maggie Holmes' Garden Party. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to have the title like right here. And then we're just going to kind of build up. And I like that there. And this is how I kind of do all of my florals. Is I just kind of, after I fussy cut them, I just kind of play with them and see where I can fit things in, trim things off that need to be trimmed off. And I even keep the ones that, you know, have the flat edge like these that were on the side of the page, because they're great for tucking in and underneath. And you can't tell that they were trimmed. So I'm going to go ahead, I think, and start gluing some of these down and just going for it. That's the stick and plunk seems to work the best for me. That way I am not overthinking, and I just keep adding and tucking until it looks natural. And I really want it to look like you would see it if it was out in the garden. Okay, like that. And I'm just trying to frame the pictures. And I'm just tucking underneath here and there so it gives them dimension. And let's see. Yep. I like this here. Okay, I like that. Needed just something a little bit more angled. And put that one up above. Like that. And it's too similar. No, don't like that one. Like I said, I just keep playing and tucking until I find what I think was the best look. And right now I'm trying to find something to build up. And there it is. I just keep kind of moving things around. Now that looks to me natural, that it's all, and they're not all the same flower and all going in the same direction. Just tuck that under. Don't let it see any edges. All right, perfect. So now what we need, we've got our title. And the other thing I had in those, this one, I did have like a tag. So I'm gonna see if I can find some things that I can tuck in. And I did like having the birds. So let's see what we can find that are nature type things. And see if there's anything on here. I'm not sure about this because it's a lighter shade of their wedding color. It might work. But I think I'm gonna hold off. I do have a tag. Let me cut this in half and see if I can use this in 2 sections. Like I said, it's a little bit lighter than what their wedding colors are, but is a hole in the book. Because I can't find a lot of that color, I'm going to have to try and introduce a few different ones here and there. And they're not going to be right next to each other, so I don't think it's going to make that much of a difference. And it's kind of got a little bit of a green hue. And when you think about it, we've got the green of the grass, so it should be fine. And we have this wild seed packet. I could kind of tuck that underneath, like right there. And then you just have a little bit popping up. No, I don't like that. All right, let's see what else we've got here. I have this little bit of, these are Paige Evans, so I like this little butterfly. Like that. Oh, here's a bird. Might try and move this now that I've got the bird. So let's put the bird up here in this corner here, like that. Maybe stick the butterfly like down here and tuck them a little bit under the floral. There we go. I think I'm going to take this navy blue flower. I'm just going to stick this underneath with a seed packet. And that brings a little bit more of that blue from the flower and the butterfly in. we have this little label. Let's see what I can do with this. Actually, what I could do is just put this down here with the floral, and then I can do some journaling. It's a little bit different than the other maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. Yeah, I like it better up there. All right. What else? Any other Paige Evans that I want? This is from, I believe, Wonder. We've got mandalas, but I really don't want to bring the mandalas in. Got the word today. And I'm not bringing in purple. Yeah, not feeling that. And then we have those, but I'm not feeling that. The only one on this one was this little heart, and I don't think it's the right colors, so I'm not using that. All right, moving on. What's in here? I think these are too green. They're parakeets. Okay, nothing there. Let's see what we've got in this. Think happy, be happy, bloom, kind, sweet. And we can add some hearts in the gold. And I just like them when they peek out from places. We'll just have them peek out here and there. I like that. And these are a little bit of the puffies. Okay, nothing else on there I'm wanting. I've got these like off-white stickers. Okay, so we have With My Whole Heart, and that to me is kind of a wedding. And Details to Remember. And This Makes Me Smile. And And then I have the one that says Life is Sweet. I could tuck that one in maybe up here. No, don't like it there. All right, I'm pulling this leaf off because it's bothering me, and I will tuck something else in. I think it would look better like maybe like this. And then we'll add a couple leaves. And the one I tore off, we're just going to add it in a different place. All right, better. All right, what else do we have here? Thinking I'm almost done here. Really kind of wanted a bird or something right there. But I am not seeing one that I can use. I do have the hashtag sticker books. Let me see if there's anything in one of those. This one is the Pink Paisley hashtag sticker book. This has mainly got things from the Pink Paisley Auburn Lane, and the other collection was, gotta think about it. Shoot, I know what it was, but now I can't remember off the top of my head. I'm just looking to see if they have anything that's like a bird or anything that I can stick in that corner, because it just needs something. And this one's got a lot of like washi and hearts and things, but not birds. So let me see if I can find. I do have the Maggie Holmes one. I just gotta find it. I got Dear Lizzie too. Here's Maggie Holmes. Let's see if she's got a bird. I don't want them perched like that. Just wanted more like a bird, but he's facing the wrong direction. And I've got these two, but I think they're the wrong color. More butterflies. I mean, I could stick another butterfly on here. There's a... I kind of like these little bumblebees too. Could stick a couple here and there. All right, I'm gonna leave this out because it's got the butterflies in black. If I can't find anything else, I can have a couple of them there. But you know when you get something in your head that you want and you're like, I'm sure I've got something that will work. That's kind of where I'm at right now, and I just haven't found the one thing that's I'm actually wanting. The other one I have is, I have Heidi Swap too. She might have something as well. So nothing in either of these. There's Paige and Heidi. I think Paige might be a little bit too whimsical, but Heidi might have something. Nope. I just want a little perched bird. This one might not be bad, but again, it's the wrong size or place. And it just looks a tad bit more whimsical. Yeah, no, I'm not liking it. All right, nothing in there. I'm striking out, people. Okay. Now what I do have that might work, if I'm going a different direction, is I do have the Echo Park, and I could pull in a mason jar. one of these that say love. This one says happy summer, and they did have a summer wedding. That's not bad. Let me see what the market one is. That's not bad. Do another one over here. And the nice thing about these books is they give you 2 of everything. And I already used those 3. So I was thinking I wouldn't mind another one right here. All right, we're gonna go with it. I've fretted around too much on this. And then we'll just put another butterfly. Great. I don't know. I'm almost thinking I need to move these and just keep it diagonal, because that's what the original sketch was. And maybe that's what's throwing me off. Well, I'm gonna have to put something there. Maybe if I put the heavier balance to this on the diagonal and then just these random ones here. Just sometimes when you're making a page that just something about it's just not feeling right. And I'm having that moment. Okay, that's too much of an angle. All right, maybe I just needed to bring them in a little more. Not liking that, but I ripped the paper, so it's gonna have to stay. So we're gonna leave it. And the last thing I think it's because I have this here and nothing here. It's just throwing it off, and I should have just kept it on the diagonal. And if this didn't rip, it would have been fine. But yeah, it is what it is. So we're just gonna let it be. I'm gonna add some enamel dots to it. And sometimes you just have to let it go and walk away. And I'm having one of those moments. I mean, it's still, I think, a lovely layout. I'm not displeased with it. It's just not what I envisioned. And that's okay. So we're going to go ahead and just stick a few of these down here randomly, like that. All right, we're going to let it go. So thank you for putting up with me. I know this was a long one from my hesitation and what I was wanting to do. But yeah, I'm happy that I was able to get this Groundhog Day layout done for you guys. So we will see you again with another layout on my channel, hopefully very soon. You all have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.